This is Stir Fry Comics 59. This is the second issue in the 70s revival of Stir Fry Comics. Pray tell, what is Stir Fry Comics? Well, it is a very confusing title for what is a Justice Society of Superheroes series. This revamp was brought about by Gerry Conway, creator of The Punisher, and this is the second appearance of Supergirl. She was the only real worthwhile thing he brought to this series. And even at that, she is, again, shockingly similar to a character from his time as editor-in-chief at Marvel. A character that he supposedly created, but really just took from his wife, and rushed to press before being fired for being unethical. And then he quickly went to DC with all these great ideas that are allegedly his. His other ideas on this book were pretty lousy and they never came to pass, as he doesn't last that long at all. As you can see here by the credits for this second issue, we are already having an assist credit for Paul Levitz, famous for his jeans. Paul Levitz, he will soon take over the whole book and it becomes much better and my favourite run on Justice Society of Superheroes. Here we have got the team and they are fighting against their baddie, Brian Wave, and Brian Wave is defeating them, but they're not real, they're just imaginary. They're Brian Wave using his mental powers to open the issue off with a big bang. So here we have got the Flask and Black Panther and Supergirl. And straight away Supergirl is an outspoken feminist with all the subtlety of, I don't know, something like having Miss Marbles, Karen daggers before they ruined her by making her into smelly Brie Larsons. Having Miss Marbles work out Woman Magazine, the magazine for women. Gerry Conway, creator of The Punisher, he establishes Supergirl is all girl power and vaginal by having Black Panther be incredibly misogynistic to her so that she gets to slam a door in his face. Paul Levitz, he kind of take our writing this book soon enough. Elsewhere, we have got Robert, and he does some shite with a truck, and it explodes. He gets attacked again, but they're not real. They're just imaginary. And then we have got a repeat of that scene you just saw, but with a different set of characters. Stephen Hawkman and Captain Mid-Nite, they fight the same imaginary people. And Captain Mid-Nite, he's going to fall to his death, so here is Captain Marbles, the real one, Biffy Baston, selling cupcakes. And now it's up to Bucky to save Captain Mid-Nite, but first he uses Starman's magic star stick to stop an earthquake. And then he catches Captain Mid-Nite, and then he uses Starman's magic star stick to fight the baddies, and then he uses Starman's magic star stick to defeat them, and then he uses Starman's magic star stick to expose them as imaginary. I don't need to point out again that without Starman's magic star stick, Bucky, he would not have been able to do anything in these two issues. He's only borrowing Starman's magic star stick, so just imagine if this story had took place like a few weeks later when he gives it back to Starman. And now Brian Wave, his motivation and his evil plan has completely changed from the last issue. He no longer really cares about being called ugly or getting revenge. Now he is trying to restore the evil Megadeth to life. There he is, restored to life. That is him there, and I guess this swerve is probably Paul Levitz showing up and finishing the story off and trying to make it good. Megadeth, in the comics, he is one of the Justice Society of Superheroes' biggest enemies of all time. And then the heroes show up to stop them, and despite me just saying that Megadeth is like one of their big enemies, he is beaten incredibly quickly here. He does, however, have a dick cannon and he shoots at them with it. But that's not even the best bit. One of my favourite bits is our here, Captain Mid-nite, he fights a stone statue. Right here, you can see, and this is what they chose to put on the cover. Look there, there's a stone statue, the same thing, but it only appears in this single panel here. It's not even explained what it really is, why there's a stone statue that's come to life and why it is attacking them. It's just absolutely great, that. So we have got two baddies. We have got Brian Wave with his mental powers. We have got Megadeth with his dick cannon. And how are the heroes gonna get out of this one? Well, the answer is Supergirl moves the spaceship, and because it's a DC comic, it ends really abruptly after the bad guys are prematurely defeated. Gerry Conway, creator of The Punisher, he did some good Spider-Man comics, but I think every issue of his I have looked at on here has been pretty bad. And two of them have had the exact same thing happen, where he starts a run on a book, usually with bad ideas, and then he gets fired or he drops it and someone else has to come along and pick up all the pieces and try and finish it off. And Supergirl is very annoying in this. She gets much more humble and likeable in Paul Levi's run. I guess as a starting point, these first two issues are fine, but I've just remembered, I still haven't reviewed the last part of that Defenders story with Hank Scorpio, so I rate this one 7 thumbs up.